encouragement is so important. There's a guy in this audience tonight. His name is Byron Thomas. And Byron is who introduced me to Charlie Kirk. And by the way, I don't care where I go, there's Charlie Kirk. I was in a restroom at McDonald's, there's Charlie Kirk. I'm at the White House, a Christmas reception on Monday. I look up, there's Charlie Kirk. Everywhere I go now, there's Charlie. I'm getting ready to play golf on Saturday morning at the Everglades Club. Right out in the front door walks Charlie Kirk. And he's in there with Byron Thomas. And Byron introduces us. And is it Byron? Let me tell you what Byron does, though. By the way, there's no bigger heart, there's no more forceful commitment to what we all believe than Byron Thomas. He lives it, he raises his kids by it, he promotes it. But what he does, every time I see Byron Thomas, he tells me, and don't misunderstand this is not an ego thing. Byron Thomas starts quoting to me things he's heard me say on the radio. He starts telling me how important I am. He starts telling me how great it is. He starts telling me, don't stop. He continues every time, once a week. Byron Thomas, tell me this is important. I've been doing this 30 years. 30 years goes by, it's a long time. You get into routines. But Byron Thomas treats me like he just discovered me. No, I don't mean this to be, I can't help being funny, it's a natural thing, but the point is, it's encouraging things I now take for granted, that I'm great, that I'm popular. He reminds me every day that he sees me. And it's worthwhile encouraging. I used to do commencement speeches back when conservatives were invited to do them, which is a long time ago. And when I did my first commencement speech, I was in my early 30s. And so I got up there and I'm telling the students, everybody at every other university in the country today, every commencement speaker is looking at the audience like I'm looking at you and saying, you are the future. Now, let me tell you something, you're not. You got to go through me to get where you're going. The world is not just going to open up and welcome you. I'm 30 years old there. Now I'm 67. Now when I look at people that age, guess what? They are the future. And it's important that they be encouraged. I don't know how many of you here tonight are actual participants in Turning Point. I know there's a lot of donors and parents here, but boy, it is so important to encourage each other, especially as surrounded as it appears that we are. To have all of the mainstream media aligned against us, and not just us personally, aligned against what we believe in, aligned and arrayed against our founding. There is pressure every day on people who are young and who are conservative, and it is the most powerful pressure you can imagine, peer pressure. It's mocking, it's laughing at, it's making fun. And there aren't many people who want to put up with it. Nobody is raised wanting to be disliked. Nobody is raised wanting to be hated. We all want to be loved. And because of that, we all change who we are now and then. We figure out what somebody wants us to be, and we try to be it because we want their approval, we want their love, we want to be liked. We don't even have that chance with the people that we're up against. They're predisposed to hate us because they are the bigots, and they're the people who are prejudiced. They're the people who have no idea who we really are, and then we have to face it. But the young people today that are part of Turning Point or any other youthful organization that is conservative are under immense pressure. Look at what's going on college campuses. It's absurd, this stupid snowflake stuff where you can't even speak your mind, you can't even think. It takes fortitude and it takes guts to stay committed to what you believe and to stay true to the way you've been raised by parents. And so anytime there is a chance to encourage people, like Byron does to me, I know that sounded funny, but it works. Encouragement always works, no matter how much you think somebody already knows about themselves, no matter how much you think people are secure. Encouraging them, with your kids is a little bit different because you can't go overboard doing it, but outside your family, encouraging people is especially during these times, because it creates confidence, and assuredness. And believe me, there's no substitute for confidence. There's no substitute in confidence in who you are, confidence in what you believe. It is confidence and your heart that allows you to persuade, that allows you to engage people. It's confidence that says you don't need a teleprompter. It's confidence that says you don't need notes. It's confidence and passion. And there are people trying to shake and destroy this out of all of us, and especially our young people. And this is one of the things that's so wonderful about Turning Point, is that it is allowing for these people who instinctively know right from wrong, they instinctively know our value system and our value base, to get together and have it validated from person to person rather than mocked and laughed and made fun of. And this is making all of these people stronger, these young people. It's making them stronger, it's giving them confidence, and it's happening at the grassroots, which is another thing that's crucially important. And we have the opportunity to start sneaking up on people with this demographic because it's largely ignored or laughed at and made fun of. So congrats, Charlie, for what you're doing, and I hope you continue to have interest in it and your passion in it doesn't wane, because there's no substitute for that.